to yoga. My name is Katy. If you're a beginner to yoga today, just follow on the best you can. Otherwise, just work with me up to an intermediate level. So let's begin by focusing on our breathing. So just place your hands one at a time on the belly. Lift your spine up tall, tuck your tail slightly under, bottom of hips forward, tummy in, and shoulders relaxed down. Your eyes can be open or closed. So let's take a deep breath in. Bring the breath right down to the belly and breathe out. Now try to make your breath in and your breath out the same length. So count gently into 3 in your mind and then count to 3 as you breathe out. And continue breathing in and out, counting to 3. Let's do another 2. Let's bring our hands down to our sides now, and I'm going to turn and face forward on the mat. We've got 4 sun salutes. We're going to start off gentle and we're going to move into a slightly more stronger sun salute. So let's take a deep breath in, sun salute. Bring the palms together, squeeze the buttocks, hips forward, just being back gently, and breathe out. Bring the hands down the center of the body line, down to the floor. Forward fold. Hands on shins, pull the waist in, draw the shoulders towards hips, and just lengthen through the spine and the backs of legs. Keep those knees a little soft and the weight evenly through the feet. Breathe out, forward fold. Hands on floor, step your right foot back, knee down. Flatten the top of the foot. I'm going to lift our shoulders up and roll the back and down. Lift the hands up. Stretch your fingers out as wide as you can. Roll the shoulders back and down. Try to lift your rib cage and enjoy the stretch in the hips. Take 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in and breathe out. Hands to floor, tuck your back toe under, front foot back into plank. You can have your knees on the floor. Plank down to floor or lower your knees down and your feet down to the floor. Breathe in, cobra, then lifting up, extend the arms, toes together, knees wide, and let's come into child's pose. Forehead on the floor. If you can keep your elbows lifted, do. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Pull the tummy up and just try to bring the bottom of the hips forward so you can sit on your heels. So we're lengthening through that lower spine. Breathe into your back. Now breathe in, lift up into cat, tuck those toes under, back into down dog. From here, we're going to walk our heels up and down. Let's stretch the ankles and the backs of legs. So we're just going to pedal those heels up and down. And then lower the heels towards the floor. Pull your waist up and then bring your chest towards your thighs. If you need to bend your knees a little, try to do that. Let's try and make the shoulder blades flat on our back. So we've got no pulling up and around the shoulder blades, we're going to flatten it down. Take 3 deep breaths into the chest and back. So breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Now let's crouch and look forward, and we're going to lunge our right foot forward, left foot forward, forward fold. Flat back if you can, have your fingers on the floor, try, otherwise hands on shins. Forward fold and a deep breath in, sun salute. Lift hands above the head in prayer and bring them back down to chest. Deep breath in and out. Let's do that again. Okay, deep breath in, sun salute. Squeeze the buttocks, hips forward and breathe out. Let the hands follow the body line into forward fold. Flat back, breathe in, see if you can lengthen through your spine and stretch the backs of legs. Breathe out, forward fold, and step your left foot back, knee down. Flatten the top of the foot. Let's roll the shoulders back and down, lifting up, and then lift the hands up nice and high. Spread those fingers out nice and wide. Let those shoulders draw downwards. Breathe into the belly. And another deep breath. And then breathe out, hands to floor. Tuck your back toes under, front foot back into plank. You can plank down to floor or just knees and chest go down. Breathe in, cobra. High cobra. Tuck those toes under, this time straight into down dog. Let's pause here for a few breaths. We can move in our down dog. You can move your knees. You can sway from side to side. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Okay, let's bend those knees, look forward and step our left foot forward, right foot forward into forward fold. Flat back, lengthen through the spine. And breathe out, forward fold. Deep breath in, sun salute. Squeeze the buttocks, let's bend back. And breathe out, hands to chest. Take a deep breath in and out here. Let's do that again. Sun salute, breathe in. And this time we're going to swan dive, forward fold. Flat back, breathe in, lengthen through the spine and breathe out, forward fold. Step your right foot back, but this time high lunge, the knees doesn't go on the floor. You can walk your hands up to your knee or just sweep them straight up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Push through your back heel. Make sure your back leg is nice and straight. Lift the chin slightly to open the airways and breathe down to your belly. And one more time. And as you breathe out, bring your hands to the floor, front foot back into plank or half plank. Plank to floor or knees and chest down. Breathe in, cobra, high cobra, and tuck the toes under, lift the hips up nice and high, down dog. Again, pausing for 2 or 3 breaths here. Right into the chest and back. I'm going to crouch. Bend the knees, look forward. You can walk, step, or take a light jump forward between the hands. Flat back, breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Deep breath in, sun salute. I'm going to do that again. So just bring those hands down to the chest as you breathe out. Breathe in and out. And again, one more time, breathe in. Sun salute and swan dive, forward fold. Flat back, lengthen through the spine and forward fold. Step back with your left foot, high lunge. Walk your hands to your knees or just sweep your arms back and lift them straight up. Stretch those fingers out. Push through the back heel, straighten the back leg. Make sure the front knee is in line with your foot. Breathe down to the belly, in the chest and back. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. Hands to floor, front foot back to plank. Plank to floor or knees and chest down. Breathe in, cobra, and tuck toes under. Let's come to down dog. Let's pause and breathe here, 3 breaths. And we're going to crouch again, bend the knees, look forward, walk, lunge, or take a light jump between your hands. Flat back, lengthen through the spine. Forward fold. Let's take a deep breath in, sun salute. And breathe out, hands down to chest. Deep breath in and out. Okay, let's lower the hands down for a moment. We're going to do a warrior 3. So let's start with a nice deep breath in and breathe out, hands down to chest. Lift your right knee up, pull the tummy in and toes forward, step back, not too far. So we're going to breathe in and bend that knee, come onto the ball of the foot as we breathe out. This is our level 1 warrior 3. Level 2, we're just going to lift that foot off the floor. And level 3, lift the leg up to hip height. Extend your arms if you can. Bring your hands back to chest and hinge yourself back up to standing. Alright, float those hands down. Let's do that again to the other side. Deep breath in, sun salute. And breathe out, hands down to chest. Let's pull the tummy in, lift the left knee, toes forward, push your foot back. And you can place the heel down for a moment. Alright, we're going to breathe in, lift the heel up, put the weight through the front foot. Level 2, lift the foot off the floor. Level 3, leg hinges up to hip height. And you can extend your arms forward if you're feeling strong today. Okay, hinge yourself back to standing and bring your hands back down to chest in prayer. Deep breath in and out. Let's take a deep breath in. We've got some forward bending. And swan dive down to the floor. We're going to stand on our fingertips, so lift your foot up, place your fingers underneath, make sure the backs of the fingers are on the floor. And let's do that to the other side and press down. You can look directly at the floor, have your knees bent. Otherwise you can look between your knees, pull your tummy in and lift your hips up a little higher. Breathe between the shoulder blades. If you want to increase the stretch, pull the tummy up and lengthen through the arms. Remember to keep the hips lifted at the same time. So as you lift up, lengthening your arms, remember to lengthen your legs. Now take the fingers from under the fronts of your feet, bring them behind your back, clasp your hands. Now you can just rest your hands on your lower back. You can also reach them up to the ceiling in level 2, wide prayer. Level 3 is press palms together, pistol grip, reach them up to the ceiling. Pull the tummy in and lift the hips just a little higher. Breathe into your torso, front and back. Now lower the hands down to your spine. And we're going to pull our tummy in, look forward and hinge back up to standing. Alright, let's just give ourselves a little shake. We're going to turn sideways on our mat. Bring your hands to your sides. Let's take a deep breath in, sun salute, and then bring the hands down to the chest. Now let's lift those hands up in pistol grip, bend to the side, breathe in and lift, breathe out, bend to the other side, breathe in and lift. We're going to step our right foot out to the side, bring the hands to a stop sign position. So I want you to pull your tummy in and move your hips back. Look down at your knees and see that your knees are lined up with your ankles or very close to being lined up. Keep the rib cage lifted. Let's take 3 breaths here. Now let's lift the arms up, extend them out wide. Pivot both feet towards the front of your mat. We've got a triangle. So let's breathe in, reach forward as far as we can and breathe out, just windmill the hands in position. You do not need to reach the floor. Now tuck your chin in, lengthen through the back of your neck, and you can decide whether you're going to look at the ceiling, look forwards or down at the floor. Now we're going to squeeze our front buttock and tuck the tail under, bringing the bottom of the hip forward and then rotating the front thigh. We're going to rotate outwards and upwards. Now lifting up, we're going to bring our hands to our chest and rotate our hips forward. Now if your back foot is too far away, heel toe it a little closer so both hips can face forward. We're going to breathe in, just gaze up, pull the waist in and bend so you've got a nice flat back as much as you can. Then pull the waist in and bring your hands down to your shin. You can also bring your hands to the floor and head to knee. Now look at your foot and come down to your back knee into a low lunge. This time we're going to roll the shoulders back and down and rotate those palms forward. Draw them down to the floor. Lift the rib cage, lift the chin slightly, hug the shoulder blades together and breathe down to the belly. Okay, place your hands on the floor and we're going to rotate the front foot a little and rotate the back foot out. So we've got now an inner thigh stretch. So let's look for that. Pausing here for 3 breaths. Give yourself time to stretch. Now lifting up, and we're going to walk our hands over to the other side and lift the other heel up. Stretching into the inner thigh on the other side. Keep breathing down to the belly. Alright, we're going to lower the back knee down to the floor and pivot around to face the back of our mat. Let's lift those shoulders up, roll them back, bring the palms forward and sink into hips. Lift the chin slightly, hug the shoulder blades together and breathe down to the belly. Place the hands on the floor, tuck the back toe under, straighten the back leg. You can bring it in a little closer. Pull the tummy in, hands on shins. We're back to head to knee pose. You can have the hands on the shins or hands on the floor and head to knee. Make sure you draw your front hip back and your back hip forward to make sure the hips are nice and straight. 3 breaths here. Now take your left hand inside your left foot or your right hand inside your right foot. Lift your right hand up. And let's come back into our triangle. I think I've just changed those hands around. So just follow me. All right, beautiful. Now let's lift up back into our horse stance. Pull the tummy in, sit right back. And have your hands in the stop sign position. So feel free to just move around and get your muscles in the right position. Sitting back a little. Don't worry about being too picture perfect, but just try to get your body to work a little better. All right, we're going to take a nice big step next to the back foot, hands in pistol grip. We're going to breathe out, bend to the side, breathe in and lift, breathe out, bend to the other side, breathe in and lift, and let's lower the hands down again. Deep breath in and out. All right, beautiful. Now let's do that again. Nice big sun salute. Pistol grip and bend to the side. Breathe in, lift up, breathe out, bend to the other side. Breathe in and lift. And we're going to bring ourselves into a horse stance yet again. That's it, beautiful. This time place your hands on your thighs and let's drop one shoulder forward. Nice big stretch in the back. Lifting up and drop your other shoulder forward. Lifting up again, and we're going to change, nice big stretch, and then up again, and a stretch. Beautiful. Now let's lift our hands up. We're going to pivot them towards the back of our mat. Bend the front knee, and you're in a warrior 2. Shoulders are down, tummy is in, bottom of hips slightly forward, so we're lengthening through the spine. Make sure both arms are up at shoulder height. Then turn your gaze to the back of the mat and look over your front middle finger. Make sure the knees push a little out to the side. Let's breathe down to the belly. Keep that nice strong warrior pose. Okay, we have a proud warrior. Lower the back hand down, rotate the front palm, lift it up. Shoulders down. Now you can look forward, make sure your head is in line with your spine. You can also gaze up at your palm. You can even arch back a little more if your back is nice and strong. Otherwise, just pick something that is moderate and you can manage. Breathing down to the belly again. Now breathe in and side angle pose, breathe out, elbow to knee. Your palm is facing up, let's close it into a fist. Look at your back arm, breathe in, lift the hand up, and then choose a position for your head. You may wish to look sideways or down to the floor. Now if you look down at the floor, make sure your front foot, your foot pointing to the back, is pointing straight. Alright, we're going to lift the rib cage a little, so we're resting lightly on that knee. Pull the tummy in, bottom of hips slightly forward. Now we're breathing into the top side of our body now. If you can reach the floor, join me in coming a little deeper. Then place your top hand down on the floor and walk your hands to the front. Pivot your feet so they're pigeon toes. Toes slightly in, heels slightly out. Pull the tummy up, walk the hands forward. Now look between your legs and try to bring your hips in line with your ankles. Flatten your shoulder blades to your rib cage. This is our wide leg down dog. Breathe into your back and chest. Now walk your hands over to your front foot and pivot your front and your back foot towards the front of the mat. We're coming into the side angle pose. So lift one hand up if you can reach the floor. Bring your elbow to the knee, palm facing up and close the fist. Okay, we want to make sure our arms are in a T position. If you're sinking down, let's lift the rib cage up, drop the hips slightly. That's it, beautiful. Shoulders towards hips, pull the tummy in. Keep pressing that outer edge of the foot, the back foot, firmly into the mat. Try to line your head up with your spine. Okay, we've got a proud warrior next, so lower your back hand down, lift your front arm up, and let's come into that proud warrior position, looking forward, gazing at the palm or arching back just a little more. Just always finding that comfortable position for you. Breathing down to the belly. Warrior two. Let's straighten that front arm and lift the back arm up. Let's turn our head to look at our back hand to make sure it is shoulder height. Then cast your gaze over your front middle finger. Have a quick look down at your foot. Make sure it's pointing forwards and your front knee is pushed a little bit backwards. So you're getting a nice stretch on the inner thigh. Breathe down to the belly. All right, we're back to the horse stance. So pivot your front foot and have your feet diagonal, hands in the stop sign position. This time we're going to rotate through the waist and twist. So let's rotate, don't lift your shoulders up. Breathe out to twist. Breathe in, forwards, breathe out, twist the other way. We want to work strongly around the waist. Breathe in, forwards, breathe out to twist, breathe in, forwards, and breathe out to twist. Coming forward again, we're going to step that back foot next to the front foot, reach the sky with pistol grip, breathe out, bend to the side, breathe in and lift, breathe out, bend to the other side, breathe in and lift, and bring the hands down to chest in prayer. Deep breath in and out. Now give yourselves a little shake. Let's get ourselves ready for some balance. We're going to start with a tree pose. So place your hands on your hips and just roll your right foot forward. Pull the tummy in, bring the knee out to the side. Now we're going to get the bottom of the hips, rock them forward, lift the spine up tall, shoulders will naturally drop. Let's take a deep breath in, sun salute, and bring the hands down to chest. This is level 1 tree pose. Level 2, bring your foot to calf. Level 3, lift your heel up as high as you can or use your hand to lift the heel up. Squeeze your buttocks, bring your hands to your chest in prayer. Keep your rib cage lifted. posture now. Try and go out as slow as you came in. Bring the knee forward, give your foot a little kick and float the foot down. Lower your hands down. Let's do that to the other side. Deep breath in, sun salute, and breathe out, hands down to chest. Roll your left foot forward, bring the knee out to the side, tuck the tail under, lift the rib cage. Level 1, tree pose. Level 2, foot to calf. Level 3, lift your heel a little higher or bring your foot up nice and high, pressing it into the thigh. Let's pause here for our 3 breaths. Focus on a spot that doesn't move. Coming out of the posture, bring your knee forward, little kick and float the foot down. Lower your hands down. Just walk your feet back and forwards. We're coming into a half lotus tree pose. So let's roll our right foot forward. Just place your hands on your hips for the moment and cross your leg over. So this is level 1. Level 2, let's first of all bring our hands into prayer and back down to chest. Level 2 is pigeon balance. So ankle on knee, pull the tummy in and take a seat. Level 3 is our tree pose. So we need to rotate that foot, hold it. Now some people can rest that foot on the hip and it will stay there. Bring your arm behind your back and hold the elbow. So you may be able to leave your foot there and hold both elbows with your hands. Let's take 3 breaths. Now release that foot, kick forward and lower the foot down. Let's try that on the other side. So roll your foot forward and cross it over the other. Let's get our hands in position again. Breathe in, sun salute, palms together and hands down to chest. Level 2, pigeon. Bend your supporting knee, ankle on knee, pull the tummy in. Let's take a seat. Level 3, tree pose. So getting your leg in position, taking the arm behind your back, holding your elbow or just above the elbow. Now release your arm, release your foot, kick forward and float that foot down. Let's take a walk. Now we're going to do a squat, so toe heel your feet a little wider. If you find squats uncomfortable, sit in a butterfly pose. Let's take a deep breath in, sun salute. Breathe out, just adjust your feet on the way down, pull your tummy in. Let's lower ourselves down. Now you adjust yourself as much as you want to. Now if you do find you're sinking forward like this, I want you to try and bring your rib cage up. Lift yourself up, lengthen through the spine. Pull the tummy in, let the bottom of the hips come slightly forward, and that will lengthen your lower back. If you can, place your elbow inside your knee, elbow inside the other knee, and bring your wrists down in line with the knees. Let's pause here for a few breaths. And bring your hands down in line with your knees. Let's breathe into the belly here. Bring your hands down to the floor and let's extend the legs forward. Bring your left foot to your thigh, toes towards you, sitting up nice and tall, tummy in. Take the right hand on the shin and rotate the rib cage. Lift your left arm up and over. Take a stretch through the top side of your body. If you can, hold your big toe. Pull your tummy in, tuck your chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Breathe in the top side of the body. Now rotate your torso and hold the inside of the shin with one hand and the outside with the other. Make sure you're crossing your wrists. Pull the tummy in, bend forward. Now you can move your hands forward and hold the outer edge of your feet, but make sure your shoulders are down. Release your foot and walk your hands up your leg. Now lift your left knee up, And take your left hand outside your right leg and bring the right hand behind the back. Lift your spine up tall, pull your waist in and choose your head position, looking sideways or in front of your shoulder or over your shoulder. Level 2, full bind. Front arm wraps around the knee, clasping hands, lifting the spine up tall and again picking your head position. Then release, and we're going to change sides. So bring your other foot to thigh, toes towards you, lift your hips up, pull the waist in, bending forward. We're going to take the left hand on the shin, rotate the ribs to the right, lift the hand up and over, shoulders draw towards hips. If you can reach your big toe with both hands, let's reach that toe. Chin tucked in, lengthen back of neck. Breathe into the top side of the body. Rotate your torso now, holding the inside of the leg with your left hand and the outer edge with your right hand. So you want to cross those wrists over, holding just around the calf and shin, or bringing your hands around your foot. Remember, shoulders drop away from ears. Tuck the chin in and let the head go to the knee. Now let's walk up our leg and lift the knee up. Taking your right hand outside your left leg, left arm behind the back, lifting up nice and tall for our twist, picking your head position. Level 2 is the bind, clasping, lifting up tall and looking forwards or in front of or over your shoulder. Let's release and extend both legs forward, lifting up the rib cage. Take a deep breath in, palms forward and breathe out. Hands to shins. Lower the shoulders down, pull the waist in, tuck chin into chest. Now level 2, you can place your hands around the outer edge of your feet or hold your big toes with your index and middle finger. Otherwise, hands wrap around feet. Let's take 3 breaths here. Walk your hands up your legs. Now let's turn sideways so we're on the length of the mat. You can roll down to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae, or just lay down nice and comfortably. We're going to bring our knees to our chest just one at a time, give them a little hug and roll from side to side. If you can, lift your legs up, hands behind the thighs, or if you're able, bring your hands to your sides. If you're able to come into a shoulder stand, lift the hips up, place the hands behind the hips, thumbs around the waist, fingers around the back. Let's rotate our feet. So we're just doing that 5 times one way and then 5 times the other. Let's bring the knees down to the nose, bring the hands to the floor and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Let's bring the knees out wide, hold the feet and come into a butterfly pose with the feet in the air. Just give your lower back time to settle. Lower your feet to the floor and place one hand, your left hand on your heart center and the right hand on the belly. Breathe into your belly. If this butterfly pose is uncomfortable for you, bring your feet as wide as the mat and drop the knees in together. Now extend your legs, come into a comfortable relaxation position. Bring your arms to your sides, palms up or down. Now try to hug your shoulder blades together at the back and open the chest. let the fingers curl if your palms are up. Roll your feet out to the side and soften into the inner thigh. You will have an arch in your lower back, which is your neutral spine. Let's start to scan your body from the top of the head, right down through the torso, down the legs to the feet. Find any tight spots and breathe into them, letting those muscles go. You're just going to relax, let the body relax, let the muscles relax. Breathing into the belly. Let's bring our awareness back to our body again and start to move our fingers and toes. Walk your feet back to the end position and roll to your side. Lift yourself up to a seated position. Well, let's just bring the hands to the knees, roll the shoulders back and down and drop the chin down towards the chest. Moving your head from side to side just 2 or 3 times to loosen up any tension in the neck. Let's lower the hands towards the floor, bring them above the head in prayer and breathe out, hands down to chest. Let's take 3 deep breaths right from the bottom of our lungs to the top and into our back. And this will help to energize our bodies. So make sure you breathe deeply. Have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind and a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. And of course, at any time you wish to extend your stretches, please do. And you can hit the pause button on your computer. Also, if you want to extend your relaxation, just turn off this video and just stay in your relaxation position for a little longer. Thank you for joining me. Join me again next time.